Okay, Common Gamer here. Um, this is going to be a blog on how to be, helpful tips on how to be a good Canadian. How to be a good Canadian is you treat everyone else like they're Canadian. Like, lately people have been, treating other people like they're not Canadian because they came from another province. All the provinces and territories are Canada. All the land is Canada. Whether you come from the Northwest Territories, you're Canadian. Or if you come from Nova Scotia, you're Canadian. The province you live in is just has to report to the federal government. And the federal government does the federal laws, and then there's provincial laws, and then there's municipal laws. But you're a citizen of Canada, and under the Charter Rights and Freedom Act, it applies to anyone. Doesn't matter if you're green, purple, or yellow, or you could be purple, or red. You could be purple or orange. Orange skin or purple skin, or be green. But you're all. You're Canadian. Doesn't matter what your skin color is. You can be blue, or you could be pale white as snow, but you're still applies to you. We're all Canadians. We're all in this together. And how to be a good Canadian is you walk up and help another person. That's a good Canadian. And another way of being a good Canadian is during this pandemic, just ask how your friend is, if they're well, or if they're feeling well or not. If they're feeling well every day, that will make them feel happier. Because we're all in this pandemic together, and we all need to unite as one, as Canada, as Canadians. We're all Canadians. Doesn't matter your culture. You live in this land, you're Canadian. And to be a good Canadian citizen is to help your neighbor out and to ask how they're doing. And another helpful tip is go for a walk with your neighbor. Another helpful tip, but you have to ask first, is hug your neighbor. Just ask, can I hug you? And they might hug you. But you have to ask first. And another thing is, another thing is to be a good neighbor is to fix a helpful tip of being a good Canadian is to buy groceries for your neighbor and then give it to them, just as a gift, and help your neighbors out. And another helpful tip is maybe buy your neighbor a beautiful looking face mask. And another helpful tip is to be a good Canadian is to maybe do a video blog. And another helpful tips are maybe go for a walk with your neighbor. Maybe walk your neighbor's dog. Just ask. Or maybe give some cat food to your neighbor's cat if they have a cat. And some other helpful tips is to be a good Canadian citizen is to ask to hang out with your friends or with your neighbor. And other helpful tips of being a good Canadian, ask your neighbor to go to the beach with you. And I hope these helpful tips will help you to become a better Canadian. And please do not treat someone else like they're not even a citizen of Canada, because it doesn't matter what your license plate says. When you get your passport, it says Canadian. So we're all Canadians. We're all in this together. We should unite and try to help out each other during this rough and tough times. And all of you matter. My message to the world is to help each other out during this tough times and to be a good citizen of the world.